Up next on GMSA, San Antonio police investigating what they're calling a homicide after a body was found inside a West Side dumpster that was on fire. And we're tracking some fog just outside of San Antonio, the latest at the top of the hour.
Rise and shine at 6 a.m. and 41 degrees. Yes, it's cold out there. Take the jacket, but we are looking forward to a nice afternoon.
Live from KSAT 12, Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning to you. It is Thursday, January 11th.
Thanks for joining us. We have some news for you about this coldness. We were planning for it to get here Monday, but it looks like it's getting here a little earlier.
That's right. If you need to stock up on groceries or maybe even firewood or propane or anything like that, time to move up and advance our plans a little bit, Mike Osterhage.
Yeah, big changes earlier this morning as far as a lot of the computer model data and everything like that. We're going to talk about that in just a moment coming up in long weather, because I want to talk about the fog first of all, because that is going to be an issue for some folks for your commute. Now, in this picture, not a lot going on, obviously. This is from Brook City base looking up to the north, but we do have some very thick fog just kind of in the outlying areas. Around the metropolitan area, not bad. Going down 37 in toward Pleasanton, it's reporting a quarter-mile visibility. That's just the reporting spot, but we have been seeing a lot of very thick fog even further into Bexar County, even around 410 and 37. And Justin is doing traffic this morning. He's going to show you some of those TransGuide cameras. Also then further off to the east, going out 10, Gonzales, zero visibility. Beeville, 3/4 of a mile. We've got fog at LaGrange, and then down here along the coastal plain where a lot more moisture has come in here overnight. But a lot of times, again, this fog likes to sort of creep a little bit further into the west, and if temperatures drop a little bit more, we're going to be seeing some of that fog. We do have dense fog advisory for the about almost eastern half of the area. Does include Atascosa, Wilson, as well as Guadalupe counties, not Bexar County. But again, we've been seeing some fog in the southeastern portion of Bexar County so far this morning. We're at 40 right now here in town, freezing out there in the hill country, and some milder air here, but like I said, a lot more in the way of humidity off there to the east. Mountain Cedar's on the high side still, but it has been coming down from the past couple of days. However, we got a couple of more big fronts moving on through in the forecast, so probably going to be shaking up those mountain cedar trees over the course of the next couple of days. And we also have a wind advisory, talking about that first front. That's going to be for tonight through midday tomorrow. That's the first in the series of fronts. So today, we've got the fog to deal with this morning, and temperatures are going to be upper 30s, right around 40, obviously freezing in the hill country. And then a very warm day. We already make it well above well above normal by noon, up into the mid 60s. We're going to be topping off mid 70s, so almost a spring-like day. Don't get used to it, because like I said, that is all going to be changed. We're going to have the latest on the update on the timing and how that next cold front, the big doozy Arctic front, is definitely speeding up. So we'll talk about that in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, Justin, fog, big problem, right?
Yeah, it is. And I'm just thinking travel over the next several days. You got fog this morning, and then tomorrow morning it's going to be the wind. So you're going to have two hands on the wheel. And then we got the cold air coming in. So traveling today, tomorrow, over the weekend, into next week, you do want to keep abreast of the situation, keep an eye on the forecast because it'll be changing day to day. This is the fog, I-37 and US 181. Actually looks a little bit better than what we saw earlier. We can see the cars now. Earlier it was it looked like almost zero visibility, but this fog continues to kind of sit on the southeast side, and that's where we're detecting some problems there at I-37 and 410, and this is 37 at 181, so you will want to take it slow. The map does not give us any indication that there are any crashes or anything like that. So far, it's been smooth sailing this morning. There is still some construction, 1604 north side, but that will be wrapping up quickly. Most of the construction projects will be wrapping up and for the morning commute. And hopefully it's a smooth one for you. If anything does pop up, we'll let you know, guys.
Thank you, Justin. New this morning, San Antonio firefighters putting out a dumpster fire ended up finding a body inside that dumpster on the west side overnight. Happened around 1 a.m. in the 300 block of Southwest 36th Street, not far from Old Highway 90. Fire crews had put out a dumpster fire at the gas station when they discovered the body. San Antonio police say it appears that the body was dumped in the dumpster and then it was lit on fire. Homicide and arson detectives are investigating. No word yet on any suspects.
A man charged with murdering a San Antonio teacher and coach 2 years ago will spend 40 years in prison. Matthew Weissing accepted a plea deal back in October. He shot and killed 23-year-old Michael Echanes as he was getting into his car. Now, Echanes was a teacher and a coach at Great Hearts Forest Heights when he was killed in court yesterday. His father gave a powerful impact statement of forgiveness for his son's killer.
I forgive you for what you've done. I earnestly desire for you to be with my son Michael in paradise one day. I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
You can see the full victim impact statement right now on our website. Weissing must serve half of his sentence before he is eligible for parole.
Also in court, 2 women dating the same man, and now one of those women could spend 35 years in prison. Priscilla Caballero was convicted in the shooting death of Yvette Salinas, who died 2 years ago on January 5th, 2021. At the time of the murder, police said both Caballero and Salinas were dating the same guy. The prosecutor in the case said Caballero had been texting days before asking for a gun, and on the day before the murder sent her boyfriend a text that she was coming over.
Just the day before the murder, January the 4th, speaking to now I know you're with her, because where would you be this long? So I will be over there with this gun, and I don't care if I go to jail.
Based on all the evidence, Judge Jennifer Pena sentenced Caballero to the maximum number of years in a plea deal. Caballero will have to serve half of those 35 years before she is considered eligible for parole.
Topping our morning headlines, extreme weather is hitting the Midwest today as a cross-country storm moves east.
As ABC's Andrew Dimbert tells us, the storm has already turned deadly after an avalanche near Lake Tahoe buried skiers on the slopes.
Overnight, officials identifying the man who was killed in an avalanche at a ski resort near Lake Tahoe. 66-year-old Kenneth Kidd from nearby Truckee, California, died during the rare incident which happened inside an area designated for skiers. 3 others were injured. Skier Marcus Franklin watching it all unfold, jumping into action to save those trapped.
We attempted to organize like a grid search where you kind of move through the avalanche debris field, striking the snow, hoping to hit a body.
He captured the scramble to shovel out this man trapped beneath the snow. Fueling that avalanche, a major winter storm impacting the area, creating heavy snowfall and wind gusts over 100 miles per hour. That storm is now heading east to the already hard-hit plains and Midwest before striking the Northeast, hitting communities inundated with water from storms earlier this week. New video shows the scene Tuesday night. Firefighters near Philadelphia helping a man trapped in a tree with water rushing all around him. In Norwich, Connecticut, residents evacuated amid fears a dam on the Yantic River could bust open.
Hopefully this dam will not go. That's our biggest fear right now.
Rivers are raging from Maryland to Maine.
Wow, all that rain on top of the weekend snow has rivers like the Passaic here in New Jersey running high and rising.
Those communities unlikely to see a break in precipitation. Heavy rain and snow are predicted for many of those northeast areas beginning Friday evening. But through it all, residents are showing their resilience. In Wayne Township, New Jersey, roads are overflowing with water, unsafe to drive on. So Julie Lynch and her husband, John, bought a boat just to get to and from their house.
It's crazy, but you got to do what you got to do.
Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
In other headlines, Boeing CEO David Calhoun admitted the company made a mistake following last week's emergency landing of a 737 MAX 9 due to a detached door plug that left a hole in the side of the plane during flight. Right now, the White House says President Biden is personally tracking the grounding of many MAX 9 aircraft after an Alaska Airlines flight made the emergency landing Friday. Despite Boeing admitting a mistake was made, according to top safety officials, it's not clear what the mistake is.
Former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie wasn't at last night's Republican debate after dropping out of the race. Well, Christie based his campaign on derailing Donald Trump's path back to the White House. However, he has faced pressure in recent weeks to drop out as other Republicans who don't back Trump look to unite behind a viable alternative. Now, Christie has not commented on who he might endorse in the future. And don't forget, KSAT 12 is your election home, so you can look for this page on KSAT.com for everything you need to know about local, state, and national races in 2024.
Before we go to break, Sports World is reacting this morning to two high-profile football coaches calling it a career. Nick Saban, who won 7 national titles and turned Alabama back into a national powerhouse, announced his retirement yesterday after 17 seasons in Tuscaloosa. Saban just completed his final season at Bama, which ended in a loss to eventual national champ Michigan in the Rose Bowl. In Seattle, Super Bowl winning coach Pete Carroll is out as Seahawks head coach after 14 seasons. However, he's expected to remain with the team in some sort of advisory role.
Time now 6:10 and 40 degrees for now.
With everything going digital and technology getting more advanced, internet speed is more important than ever. After the break, while your Wi-Fi may be slowing down and how to fix it. I don't know what Wi-Fi is. I know what Wi-Fi is.
Yes. I relate to both. Let's look out there with live cam. Yes, it's 40 degrees out there. You can't tell in this shot, but we're dealing with some fog this morning, so be aware of that and be careful on the roadways. Welcome back. It's 6:13. Well, did you know the average person in the U.S. spends 8 hours a day using digital media, mostly on Wi-Fi?
But what do you do if your Wi-Fi can't keep up? Alexa Lorenzo explains.
Cell phones, computers, television, tablets, all these devices require the internet or Wi-Fi to operate. A recent study by the Pew Research Center found 93% of Americans use the internet. 91% use Wi-Fi at home. But the question remains, what's slowing down your speedy connection?
One thing, the equipment that you're using, if it's older, residential, average consumer grade equipment can be, unfortunately, it just wears out.
Another reason could be your neighbor's network. Places like apartment complexes have lots of different Wi-Fis, causing slow speed.
You can get into the router settings and look to see what channel your Wi-Fi is on. Wi-Fi works off of channels, and you can change that channel to get you a better signal and a better quality of internet.
Also check out the placement of your Wi-Fi box. Wi-Fi signals can be interfered with by microwaves, cordless phones, even walls and furniture.
The device needs to be put up high. On a desk or up higher on a hutch or a shelf. That will make the signal broadcast better through the house.
Even the material your building or house is made of can impact your Wi-Fi signal. Concrete, metal roofs, and floor heating can block wireless signals or cause some signal loss. Keeping you connected and your Wi-Fi up to speed, I'm Alexa Lorenzo reporting.
Time check, 6:15.
Let's go ahead and check back with Justin, who's keeping an eye on the roads and the fog.
Still there. We are seeing some lower visibility in spots 37 and 181, but it's honestly been lifting here within the last 30 minutes or so. Still is some fog there, but it looks a lot better than it did. That's, of course, the nature of fog. It's going to lift, build back in. There's going to be some spots where it's dense. So if you go southeast of San Antonio, you'll run into more issues. Low beam headlights. That's always kind of the rule with fog, but it's 37 and 181 and then 410 and 37 where we've noticed it. Otherwise, a lot of the other TransGuide shots are showing clear conditions here across San Antonio. So the morning commute has not been bad yet, but we know it's about to pick up. There's 281 and 410. We did get a report of a stalled vehicle, 281 and 1604. That does not appear to be causing any problems. And there's I-35 in Benzingelman. We had a crash here earlier. That has since cleared, so it looks good there. Here's a look at the map. All green. That's what we want to see here on this Thursday morning. Likely we will start to see some yellows and reds here within the next hour as our typical congestion starts to kick in. But so far, so good, guys.
Thank you, Justin.
All right. This morning, you want to grab a jacket, obviously, as you are heading out. Speaking of which, we will roll the bus right now. And then tomorrow, definitely need one. And you got the wind to deal with tomorrow. Then we've got Monday. So at least Monday is not a school day for most everybody.
Right.
But even Tuesday, it's just going to be brutally, brutally cold around here. So we'll fluctuate a couple of degrees. We've been holding right around 40, going for 37 when it's all said and done. Some patchy fog out there. And then later on today, very, very warm day. I mean, and again, it's going to be shorts and flip-flops kind of like. Enjoy it, Justin.
That's my kind of weather. I'm
Justin,
really sad.
Have a wonderful Saturday.
In the newsroom, Justin and I sit next to you. Go, oh, I hate this for you. So, he's not a cold weather lover. And if you are not, then you're going to want to close your eyes and plug your ears with this forecast. All right, let's talk about what's going to be happening as far as the very, very cold weather. So here is what we know about not the front tonight, but the front coming in here this weekend, later on in the weekend. And if been using the same graphic, this had said Monday, Tuesday. It's changed to Sunday through Tuesday because the front is now speeding up. Some of the latest computer model data has this thing coming on in here early on Sunday. So that means we're going to be staying in the 30s only on Sunday. We had been looking at upper 60s, close to 70. That has all changed. Then we have kind of the surge of the really cold air coming on in here. Not that it's not going to be cold enough on Sunday, but that's when we get down in the 20s. Monday and Tuesday, the very hard freeze. And you obviously want to prepare with the pets, plants, people, pipes, everything like that. Also, what we have going on Monday is going to be the wind chills because it's going to be very windy. It'll be windy on Sunday, too, so we'll have wind chills to deal with. But on Monday, with those temperatures in the morning down in the 20s, the wind chills are just going to be brutally, brutally cold. Also, I've been talking about this. There is a very small window, small chance for a little bit of wintry precipitation. It would be in the form, it looks like, of some freezing rain. There's not much moisture to work with, but obviously it doesn't take much. So that's what we are watching as far as wintry mix. We've got the temperatures have actually dropped down even more. This is the actual air temperature up there, 12 below. So this is that Arctic air, and that's just forcing its way down to the south, and it likes to kind of speed up a little bit more. As far as any precipitation, again, computer models aren't really bullish with this. Again, broad brush for these long-range models, but of course it doesn't take much at all. So this is what it looks like Sunday night into Monday, maybe a little bit of precipitation that would then be in the form of some freezing precipitation. Here's what's going on. Upper level winds. We get the first front coming through tonight right here. So that cools us down for tomorrow. Saturday, cold start, nice afternoon, and then again we get that surge of that heavy cold air down here at the surface. This is upper level winds, but then we get the really good reinforcement of that coming on in here when these upper level wind lines are coming down here from Canada. So that's why we get that real cold stuff coming in here for then Monday as well as Tuesday. So here's what it looks like on the 7-day forecast. 75 today. Then front comes in late tonight. Wind advisory overnight. It's going to be very windy tomorrow through midday. We are at 58 tomorrow. 32 Saturday morning. So once again, freezing. 61. Nice day on Saturday. Front comes through much earlier on Sunday. We're only in the 30s, and it's going to be windy. So we'll have wind chills to deal with Sunday. But then the really cold Arctic air settles on in here. 20s Monday morning, Tuesday morning. Wind chills Monday morning, brutally cold. Maybe a little bit of icing on Monday, late Sunday into early Monday.
Well, I wonder with this change if we will see a slightly smaller crowd for the march this year.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, just really can't take that cold. And again, if you are going to be there, it's, you got to dress in layers because it'll just cut right through all those heavy coats.
Well, hopefully they'll have, I don't know, maybe some warming stations for afterwards or before as they prepare to, to go on the march.
But like I said, keeping, pipes, plants, things like that. Keep that in mind for Monday, Tuesday.
Yes, sir. 621, 40 degrees.
And just ahead, remarkable survival stories after that deadly avalanche in Lake Tahoe. How rescuers jumped into action to save lives in your GMA First Look.
Dad, we got this.
We got this.
I'm gonna check out Saturday.
We got this. We got this.
Life is for living.
We got this.
Let's partner for all of it. Edward Jones.
Bye-bye cough.
Later chest congestion. Hello, 12 hours of relief.
12 hours?
Mucinex DM gives you 12 hours of relief from chest congestion in any cough, day or night. Mucinex DN. It's comeback season. Now try Mucinex InstaSoothe sore throat medicated drops.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
Try it this new year for only $14.95. Plus, get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
We're going to try to clear all you guys out.
In this morning's GMA First Look, Heroes of the Avalanche.
There's a slide at the mountain with subjects buried.
The person was fully buried, so you couldn't see any sign of a glove or anything.
Stories of survival emerging from the deadly avalanche that claimed one life at the Palisades Tahoe ski resort. Marcus Franklin jumping into action to rescue buried skiers. This morning, he's telling his story to GMA.
We attempted to organize like a grid search where you kind of move through the avalanche debris field, striking the snow, hoping to hit a body.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have the very latest live on the scene. With your GMA First Look, I'm Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
In your consumer headlines, layoffs at Amazon. As a money-saving measure, the company's cut hundreds of employees from its Prime Video, Twitch, and MGM Studios divisions. Amazon says it's providing benefit packages that include a separation payment, as well as helping workers find new jobs.
The Federal Trade Commission has extended the deadline for Fortnite players to get refunds on products they were charged for but didn't want. Those believing they deserve to get their money back now have until the end of February to file a claim on the agency's website.
And for all you bird watchers out there looking to upgrade, Swarovski is out with the world's first smart binoculars. They don't come in the company's iconic crystals, but they can identify more than 9,000 species of birds and wildlife as you're looking at them. How cool is that?
That's pretty neat. Yeah, I can't wait to, well, because they give it a try, somebody else's.
We don't know price, though.
No, we don't. Time now 6:26 and 40 degrees for now.
Let's check Chan's guide. 35 Ben Zingelman. We don't see any problems right there. We've been tracking some fog south and southeast of town. Looks like things might be improving. We'll get an update straight ahead. And a good morning to you outside with Live Cam. Things are calm but cold out at the airport. Mother Nature has hit fast forward on the frigid air headed our way. We'll tell you what that means coming up.
Good morning. It is Thursday, January 11th.
That's right. Mike Osterhage joins us now with an update and an updated timeline on the really cold air headed our way.
Yeah, that has really started to move up. Almost, I mean, we're talking a good 18 hours sooner that is going to be moving through. But prior to that, we got another front that's moving through. And before that, we got some fog to deal with. So let's start at square one. This view, as you can see, there's nothing showing up as far as any fog. TransGuide cameras are telling the big story, and that's what Justin's going to show you in just a couple of moments. 40 right now. Dew point stands at 36. So these numbers are pretty close together. Had a lot of clear skies overnight, which has allowed a lot of temperatures to drop down. And as they approach the dew points and you don't have any wind to deal with in a lot of places, that's why we are seeing some fog. And it's primarily off to the east. As you can see, Pleasanton at a quarter-mile visibility, Gonzales at 0. But notice how even though where you have the reporting areas at 10 miles, these are the low clouds and what would be some of the fog there. So it is starting to invade some of these areas. We've had a lot of fog as well showing up around 410 and 37 on the southeast side this morning. You know, little patches, low-lying areas as well, but broad picture is primarily east of San Antonio. Go over toward Victoria, LaGrange, Beeville, down around Corpus Christi as well. But of course, the thickest right there around Gonzales this morning. So you go down 37, go down out 10, going to run into it. Dense fog advisory, eastern counties up until 10 o'clock this morning. So it will be sticking around. Obviously, visibilities like to fluctuate as we approach sunrise and just after that. Freezing temperatures from Bulverde out toward the hill country. Elsewhere, upper 30s, low 40s, where normal low is 41. So this is what you would expect this time of year. But again, all that humidity, even though these numbers are low when you look at the scale over there, very close to the actual air temperatures, which is why we have the high relative humidity. Mold, speaking of high, Mountain Cedar is on the high side. Mold is low. Mountain Cedar has been coming down over the past couple of days from its peak earlier this week. But again, we've got another front tonight. That's what's prompting wind advisories late tonight, early tomorrow morning through 1 o'clock. Tomorrow afternoon, and we're going to see some wind gusts once again, 35, 40, 45 miles per hour, even higher than that. Here's what it looks like. Cold start, sunny, warm today. You like warm weather? Enjoy today. Enjoy it because that's the last day of the very warm weather for a while. And then we got that front moving through tonight. So tomorrow, very windy first portion of the day, and we're going to make it into the upper 50s. That'll be it. So we're going to be staying 5 degrees below normal. Weekend. Cold start Saturday, nice afternoon. Then that front moves through Sunday early. That's where things have sped up. It had looked like it was going to be coming through in the overnight hours Sunday into Monday. Now it's going to be early Sunday. So we're not going to be getting out of the 30s on Sunday. Then we get the surge of the really cold air coming in here. Hard freeze Monday as well as Tuesday. Windy Monday. So wind chills are really going to be an issue Monday, down in the low teens, even single digits, and maybe a little bit of light icing. We'll talk more about that coming up in just a couple of moments. As far as the fog, road conditions right now, Justin, what's the latest?
We still do have some fog down there at I-37 and 410, as you pointed out, Mike. That's kind of the one TransGuide camera where we're noticing it right there along I-37. So far, traffic has not been all that bad this morning. I'm not noticing any incidents here on our roadways as I look at some of the TransGuide shots. One thing we can be sure of, though, places like Home Depot and Lowe's are going to be busy next few days as people prep for some of this cold weather. We'll take a couple more views here across town. If you look at, say, 410 and McCullough, we do have, looks like some flashing lights here. Let me see if I can pull that up. Right there, it looks like it's on the side. This is not causing, on the shoulder, it's not causing any problems. Otherwise, we are not detecting any crashes or any incidents at the moment. And we're starting to see a lot of that construction getting picked up. Now, I will tell you, this is a normal spot, but we are seeing some slowdowns there along Highway 90 coming into town and then also along 151. Typical slowdowns. But if any crashes do pop up, of course, it is going to get busier here with the next hour. We'll be here to let you know, guys.
Thank you, Justin. New this morning, a fire in a garbage dumpster has led to a whole caseload of questions.
San Antonio firefighters found a body in that bin after putting out the fire. Katrina Weber is live where it all happened near Old Highway 90 and Southwest 36th Street.
So this is now a homicide investigation. Katrina, do police have any clues at all?
Well, not too many. They say they did have reports of a vehicle that was in this area, but they're not sure whether that had anything to do with this case. Now, we do notice that there are cameras all over this building, so it's possible they might have captured something that could be helpful in this case. So far, though, it seems there are no certain answers. Firefighters called for police around 1 o'clock this morning. Those fire crews were handling what they thought was a routine call, a dumpster fire, when they found the body in the burning bin outside a convenience store near Southwest 36th and Old Highway 90. Police say the body appeared to be that of a man. Although the investigation is just starting, police say that it looks like someone dumped the body here and then started the fire to cover this all up. But right now they are still investigating and they still don't know who that someone may have been. Reporting live on the west side, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Katrina. A third arrest has been made in the triple murder case of Savannah Soto and Matthew Guerra and their unborn child. 47-year-old Mireta Romanos was walked in front of our cameras after being arrested yesterday. Police tell us that she is the stepmother of Christopher Preciado, the suspect accused of shooting and killing Savannah and Matthew. Officers tell us that the gun used to kill them belongs to Romanos. She is charged with 3 felonies, including abuse of a corpse and tampering with evidence. And right now, we are still waiting to see if more charges will be added to this case. KSAT will keep you informed on KSAT.com and all of our platforms.
Well, this morning, a Northwest Side community is waking up from a peaceful night's sleep after a problematic bar was shut down by the city of San Antonio and police.
The bar is located on UTSA Boulevard and Babcock Road. And this is video of what shows what residents in College Park community say their streets look like starting at 11 p.m. on weekends. So this past weekend, the city was able to step in to shut down the Sandbox Bar for operating outside of its permit. The building had a permit to operate as a restaurant, but the city says its investigation showed it was operating as a college bar. Residents complained about shootings, crime, parking issues, and property damage they say was linked to this business. So it took so long to get a resolution, some residents moved away.
First 3 years, I think we kind of felt like we were spinning our wheels. And homeowners just kind of shut their doors and quit complaining because it didn't do any good.
It was just an example of how acting illegally as a business owner can have very, very real negative effects on the surrounding community.
So if you want similar change in your neighborhood, the advice from these residents is to continue to call the city and form a united front as a community. You can find out just how many calls that San Antonio Police answered to that location. It's on our website at KSAT.com. A new type of plane is going to help many people across Central Texas get to hospitals during bad weather. Medical helicopters have been around for years, but when they get grounded for weather, patients suffer. The King Air 200 is like an air ambulance, and it allows air medical service over long distances despite severe weather conditions. The plane started flying out of New Braunfels in December.
A lot of times our aircraft is utilized to get to a higher level of care. So that's like a level 1 trauma, or if they need neurosurgery or cardiothoracic surgery that aren't available at rural hospitals that need to go to a university hospital or something like that. That's mainly what our use is for.
All flights have a pilot, nurse, and medic on board.
Our San Antonio Spurs dominated the Detroit Pistons last night to snap a 5-game losing streak, beating the worst team in the NBA. First quarter, Victor Wembanyama grabs the Pistons miss, and he throws the other way to Sohan for the fast break slam dunk. Spurs led 31-19 after one. Second quarter, Malachi Branham shoots and misses, then tips the ball to Wemby for some jam. Wemby had 12 points at the break to help the Spurs lead 63-51 at halftime. All right, third quarter, Wemby using his height to his advantage. Devin Vassell lobs it to Wemby, who tips the ball up and then grabs it for the easy bucket and the foul. A bit later, Victor passes the ball behind his back to Sohan for 2 more to put the Spurs up 19. Fourth quarter, now the Spurs are up big when Victor feeds to Doug McDermott for a 3. And that's Wemby's 10th assist of the game. Spurs win 130-108 behind Wemby's first career triple-double. 16 points, 12 rebounds, and 10 assists in just 21 minutes.
I think it started on the defense end. We were getting stops and we were able to run. And I think our point guards were just doing a great job of getting the paint and finding our shooters. And obviously Vic having a triple-double, the game started to really slow down for him. And he did a great job of finding cutters and shooters all night.
Look at this, Steph. Wemby also made NBA history as the youngest player ever to record a triple-double with 0 turnovers. The Spurs will be back home to host the Charlotte Hornets tomorrow night at 7 o'clock at Frost Bank Center. We've been talking about coaching changes. We already mentioned about Pete Carroll out in Seattle, Nick Saban retiring at Bama, and we've got breaking sports news. The Boston Globe is reporting this morning the Patriots and coach Bill Belichick have parted ways. The decision made days after the team finished with a 4-13 record, ending Belichick's 24-year tenure with the organization.
Wow, big coaching news this morning.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. Time now, 6:40 and 41 degrees for now. Just ahead, the first hard freeze of the winter is coming. How one nonprofit is gearing up to help those who don't have a warm place to stay.
Colder temperatures in our forecast has led ERCOT to issue a weather watch for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. This kind of alert means ERCOT is expecting higher electrical demand, which comes with the potential for lower power reserves. However, ERCOT says it still expects conditions to be normal during this weather watch. As if you didn't have enough to worry about this morning, CPS Energy warning customers about a potential scam. Several people have called CPS saying someone is calling them posing as a CPS employee. The utility reminds everyone its employees will rarely ask to come inside your house and will almost never ask to see your energy bill. You can always call CPS Energy directly if you have any questions.
And as many of us prepare for the first hard freeze of the season, a number of nonprofits and the city are trying to help those who don't have a warm place to stay. However, accommodating for the amount of people who need help is becoming a challenge for Haven for Hope, according to Communications Director Terry Belling. Now, for the last 2 years, they have been operating at overcapacity, and she says workers are making dual use of places like their chapel and administrative building lobby to help provide people a place to stay. Unfortunately, even their overflow space is now maxed out.
You guys are making the change to prioritize families. Have y'all done this before?
No, this is the first time that we've made this change.
What makes this year different?
I think what's different is that we're seeing more people experiencing homelessness. They may be staying in shelter longer because of the waiting list for the public housing vouchers.
It's not just shelter that's needed. If you are interested in volunteering or donating, we have links on our website at ksat.com.
And speaking of, right now on our website, we have a digital special on how to prepare for extreme weather, including how you can help those who need shelter.
The Homeless Connections Hotline is essentially a one-stop shop to find services for someone who is unhoused. That number is on your screen right now. That's 210-207-1799.
Now for the special, you can scan the QR code you're about to see right there, left side of your screen. Whatever the weather, how to prepare for extreme weather also airs this Saturday at 5 p.m. right here on KSAT 12.
And time now, 6:46. And from this angle, the roads look okay, but let's check in with Justin.
Yeah, it's gone just good so far this morning, knock on wood. We haven't had a whole lot of issues. We did have a little bit of fog, as we showed you. The sun's starting to come up, but certainly no visibility issues here at 410 and McCullough. We had some flashing lights there earlier. That has since resolved, and I want to show you 21 at the quarry. This is not a crash, it's just your normal morning congestion, but it looks like we're starting to see some brake lights as more cars hit the road a little bit slower. In some of those areas where we typically see some congestion, we're starting to see that. That includes out on the west side. If you're coming into town on Highway 90 there from Castroville, some slowdowns around 1604. This is pretty typical. Also along 151, starting to see things stack up as, again, more cars hit the road. But again, so far, so good. And that's the map that we like to see on a Thursday morning. And hopefully we don't get any crashes this morning. Hopefully the fog doesn't cause many issues. It's kind of behaved itself, staying there just on the southeast side.
I like that. It behaved itself.
It's behaved.
Yeah.
Not doing anything too crazy.
You know, we're talking about and been talking about the very cold air coming on in here, and CPS and everything like that. That raises the point. Be really careful with any sort of heating inside.
Yeah.
You know, if you have space heaters, you don't put them next to curtains, blankets, anything like that. Just really watch it. And this is going to be an extremely cold snap Monday and Tuesday. Now, the timing of the colder, the next phase or wave of cold air has definitely moved up. So this is coming in later on in the weekend. Take a look outside right now. And, we've been talking about fog. We're not seeing anything in this picture as of right now. This is Brook City base looking up to the north at the skyline, so everything's looking pretty good, but there are those little patches. You go down 37, you're going to run into it, even in southeastern and eastern Bexar County. A little bit of fog is now starting to show up at Randolph. Not really a big surprise there because this likes to kind of edge its way to the west. Nothing in New Braunfels yet, but look at this over in a good portion of Guadalupe County, all the way 10, fog around Seguin, heading out there in toward Gonzales. So it really starts to get thicker as you head out to the east and down to the southeast. Beeville, Victoria, LaGrange, a lot of fog there. Nothing out to the west as of right now. Dense fog advisory in these areas, not in Bexar County, but again, you've got some fog in some of the eastern part of the county. This is in effect till 10 o'clock, so it is going to be sticking around for a while. All right, as far as the first front that comes on through here, that's going to be tonight. We get some moisture continuing to come on in here. Then in the overnight hours, that front comes in and pulls down some bone dry air and windy conditions as well. So it's going to be windy overnight and tomorrow. That's what's prompting the wind advisory midnight up until 1 o'clock tomorrow. Now, as far as the really cold air and just some of these gee whiz numbers, but this is actually what's heading down in our direction. Look at that Yellowknife. 45 below, 42 below at Stony Rapids there, and it's already 12 below. These are the actual air temperatures there in Cut Bank, Montana, 4 below in Bismarck. Then you look at the wind chill temperatures, 35 below, 21 below in Bismarck. Now, obviously, we're not going to be getting that cold, but see some of these wind chills there. 7 in Denver, 6 Omaha, 11 in Minneapolis. This is something that we have the possibility of seeing here in town by Monday because of the very cold air that's going to be coming on in here, or the secondary surge of cold air that comes in, and the very windy conditions. It's going to be breezy on Sunday as well, and so we'll have some wind chills to deal with. But when temperatures get down in the 20s Monday morning with the windy conditions, that's why we'll see those low teens, maybe even single digits for wind chill temperatures. As far as precipitation, now there is the chance for it. Computer models, they're not bullish, real bullish on this, but and other thing to point out, broad brush with these long range models, some precipitation though is possible with these colder temperatures. So that's going to be late Sunday, early into Monday that we might see a little bit of some freezing drizzle on some of the elevated surfaces. Here's what it looks like today. 75 degrees. Warmest day we're going to be seeing in a while. Front comes through tonight, so we're going to be 20 degrees lower tomorrow for a high temperature. Windy, especially in the morning hours tomorrow. Freezing Saturday. Nice day in the afternoon. Front has sped up by a good 18 hours. Now looking like early Sunday. So getting ready to go to church on Sunday. It's going to be really cold there, staying cold, wind chills, then those 20s Monday and Tuesday, and those wind chills, maybe a little bit of icing. But again, planning on, holiday Monday, but a lot of folks we were talking about this going to the march. If you are going there, bundle up, lots of layers, because those wind chills are really, really going to be an issue in the morning hours.
Yeah, for sure. I was talking to Mike earlier. I think it won't be too bad like when our actual march is going on, but it's the before setting up and then after. So yes, be prepared.
I mean, but even still, it'll be below freezing for most all of the day. So.
My goodness. All right. Well, thank you, Mike.
6:52, 40 degrees.
Let's look out there with live cam. Not too bad now. We can handle this 40 degrees and looking really pretty out there with live cam. We'll be right back.
All right, welcome back. Let's take one last look at traffic here. We're looking at 281 at the Cordy. Traffic is starting to pick up. The volume starting to pick up. So we've got a few slowdowns, especially in the southbound lanes. But no big crashes or incidents to speak of, and that is always a good thing. 90 at General McMullen, traffic moving smoothly there. You can see sun starting to come up. 281 at Loop 410 looks good as well. And a quick check of the map, mostly good. A few slowdowns on the west side where we typically see them. Mike.
Speaking of sun coming up, beautiful, beautiful sunrise. Look at those glorious clear skies out there. Grab a coat. It is cold out there. We do have fog. Now look at that. New Braunfels now down to 1.25 miles visibility, and Gonzales still at 0. A lot of fog around Seguin going down to the east, southeast. Dense fog advisory until 10 o'clock. And then we've got these temperatures. We're at 38 right now. High up to 75 today. That's going to be the warmest day. Wind advisory tonight, and the big front comes through here Sunday.
Prepared. Thank you. Thanks for joining us.
Good Morning America's next. See you back here at 9.